Okay, next main little talk that I wanted to go over is metabolism. So I've told a story many times before to all my clients. This is the first time I might as well tell this story and get it up on YouTube. So it's one of the most important stories that I've learned. It's from one of my lecturers at University at Brunel, going over the energy systems and metabolism. So me, I've been overweight most of my life and I've always trained. So I knew something wasn't right. Probably calories coming in was a bit too much and the training output wasn't high enough. So I always stayed a bit overweight and never got it right. But obviously with experience and knowledge, I've got that shift where my outputs are slightly higher than my inputs, and then I find it easier to drop body fat. And then when I want to stay balanced, this is very easy. Okay, so metabolism. Your metabolism is sweet science. So if you try and go against your natural metabolism, you're going to be on a diet your whole life. Like myself, from about 16 years old, always been on a diet. So your metabolism is like a fire. So in the morning, the morning was here, your metabolism is a raging fire. The way you wake up and your body starts, the sun rises. It goes with science. Your metabolism is a raging fire, lots of fire. Now, as the day goes on and the sun sets, that fire comes down into a dwindling flame. So like a little candle flame at night when you've got sunset. So you've got a raging fire in the morning and you've got a little flame in the nighttime, in the evening. That's science. Okay, so with that science, when's the best time to have most calories? If calories are like coal, you put coal into the fire, you burn it, you get energy. The coal is like our food if we're talking about fire. So when's the best time to put coal onto the fire? It's an easy one. Fire or the flame. All right, such an easy one. Why does everyone get it wrong? Okay, so most people, human beings, put the coal on the dwindling little flame. What happens? Flame goes out. It's night time, it's dinner, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. That's the time when I say it goes in. You put all that coal on that flame. Poof, flame's gone out. Now that coal, is it going to burn or is it not going to burn? Yeah, it's not going to burn. So that coal is going to be sitting there on your fire and you're going to sleep on it, and that food or that energy is, you're not moving, so it's going to get stored as fat. And that coal is going to be there in the morning, sitting there. Now, when the sun rises and you wake up, that furnace starts coming on like a gas cooker or whatever you call it, the tandoor, fire's flaming. Now, everyone goes to me, or in the last 8 years, I'm not hungry when I wake up. That's 9 times out of 10. People are like, I want to lose weight, but I get up in the morning, I'm not hungry. And they tell that to you straight in front of your face. And when you've done this for 8 years and you've seen psychological patterns, it's the same thing all the time. Oh, I wake up, I'm not hungry, I have a coffee. Yeah, because dinner from last night is sitting in that furnace, the fire's burning, so the fire's going to burn that dinner from last night. So of course you're not hungry. You're going to have a little coffee like most people, go to work, that's still burning. By the time you get to about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that coal is now going to be burnt off because that fire is just burning all of that stuff off. So about 12, 1, you're going to start getting hungry again. And then you're going to eat. But then because your primary goal is on a diet, your consciousness is going to tell you not to eat because you're still quite strong with your willpower. So you're going to be like, don't eat, I'm on a diet, let's have a chicken salad or Caesar salad. Yeah, let's be really good. And most people another coffee, a little bit of fruit, Caesar salad for lunch. Okay, so you had a coffee which is about 100 calories, 200. Then lunch was like about 300-400. Okay, and you think, yeah, I've had a great day. And then your consciousness is strong. You've gone to work, you're on a diet. Okay, your willpower drops. As it gets to like 7-8 o'clock now, that coal is out. All of it's out. Your lunch, your chicken Caesar salad, that coffee is out. So by 7-8 o'clock, you've had a hard day work. You've got back. This is when you break. I call it 7 to 10 of the hours where you will break down. No matter how strong you've been, in the longer run with science, you will always lose. It's like a war. You might win a few battles, but you will lose the war. You will break between 7 to 10. You're empty. And then you have most of your calories again, and you'll have a big dinner, and it will taste so good. And then your subconscious will override your consciousness, and then you'll just be like, you eat all the food, and it feels great. And then you've got the guilt at about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But then it's too late, and it's the end of the day, and it's like, oh well, I'll get up tomorrow morning, and I'll be stronger, and I'll do it again. Then you get up the next day, your PT tells you to have breakfast with your coach, but you can't have breakfast because you've still got all that coal sitting there. So then the same process happens again and again. So if you don't change your timing of your eating, if you don't go with your metabolism, you're always going to be gaining weight. That's the way to gain weight, having most of your calories in the evening and less in the morning. So to reset your system is the hardest thing to do. I did mine about 5 years ago from reading a lot of nutrition books, and I knew I had to do it. So 5 years ago, I had to reset my system. It's the hardest thing in the world not to have dinner, basically the way I did it. And I woke up starving with an incredible fire. And that's when I started having 1,000 calories for breakfast in the longer run, because it stopped me having 1,000 calories at night. I was always having 1,000 calories at night. So instead of having those 1,000 calories at night and it's sticking there and gaining weight, I missed dinner, put that into breakfast, into that fire that was always going in anyway. So I was always eating 1,000 calories at night. Just put that into the morning instead of the coffee, reset the system. Boom. Since 2015, I think the stomach started falling off. Shape just started changing better, and it slid like water going down. My body fat just slid off without trying to do anything too complicated. Just me doing my same physical outputs, just shifting my diet around to the natural way, and body fat slid off because it was always gaining too quick. So now it's not as easy for me to gain fat. If I have most of my calories in the night and I don't move, then I can gain back very quick. But if I have most of my calories in the day or the morning, then I'm satisfied, and it stops me eating any higher calories over here. So yeah, 5 years ago, reset the system, and my whole life changed from that. It was from watching NFL professional players talking about their breakfast. They have the same breakfast every day, and he told me about the bagels and how he wakes up everyone they have the bagels. So then I was like, wow, you're one of the best athletes in the world and you have the same breakfast every day. And he said the secret is because he loves it. So get up, love your breakfast, get up hungry. That means your system's reset. Have a nice, good breakfast. It's got to be rich in carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, high in fats, good fats, not too much sugar, and a little bit of protein, because your body repairs best at night when you're not moving. So again, I'll finish off on the protein story on that. But when it's the daytime, the sun releases a catabolic hormone. So that hormone is there for breaking down stuff. So when you eat a lot of food in the morning, you've got the whole day to burn it off. The sun releases the hormones. Catabolic, you're moving around, you're breaking down carbohydrates. Catabolic means breaking stuff down. You release energy. When you go to the nighttime and it's dark, your body's more anabolic. Anabolic means building up. So in the nighttime, you don't move. That's the best time for you to build up and gain weight. It's like if you had to do an operation on yourself or someone else in surgery, they don't operate when you're moving. They sedate you and operate when you're not moving. So when you're sleeping at night, that's what's going on operations. You can change your shape. Fat can get used to muscle can be built. Fat can be used as energy to rebuild the muscle. You just got to make sure you have protein before you go sleep. So before you go sleep or in the evening, that's the most important time to have protein, because your body's going to need it to repair, and your body can't store protein. So at night time is the best time to have most of your protein, because that's going to be used in your sleep for 7 to 8 hours. And then once your body's repaired, you're going to wake up hungry. Okay. So yeah, you need to have once I put most of my calories in the morning with that furnace, you get more work done during the day. That fuels well. Then lunch should be a little bit lower than breakfast, and then dinner should be its lowest calories in the evening. Highest in protein but lowest in carbs. Your morning meal should be highest in carbohydrates, lowest in protein. Your evening meal should be lowest in carbohydrates because you're not going to move that much, and highest in protein because you're going to repair. Once you sort all that out, that is the basics of your metabolism and nutrition. Before you do any training program or do anything, if you haven't sorted out your basics, your house is going to fall down, no matter how well you're training, or because if you eat most of your calories when you're not moving, you're going to gain weight. And then if you don't eat calories when you're moving, you're just going to have a mental battle for the rest of your life, guys. So yeah, that's the story of metabolism. Make sure you have a watch on that. You can't beat science, so when you go against that, you're swimming against the flow, as we call it. And when you're swimming against the flow, it's not wise. You might think you're smart, but the wise man will always beat the smart man. Okay, so go with the flow. Swim with the current. Go with the flow. You'll get much further. You save your raw power. You get much better results, and you'll be much happier. Okay, guys, that was metabolism.